This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Your track.
Ready.
On first down, Herbert. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check right.
61, matchbox lights.
Go.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, snap.
Pollard going to try the right side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Watch the run.
General West.
Kill. Turn up.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Topper.
Watch QB drop.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Let's go, baby. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Check tight end. Check tight end.
Defense.
They'll try to run with Hunt. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
That's a good shot.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready up.
Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Watch a slack.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to you. I'm going.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McFarland, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 48 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
49 come up. 49
Snap.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Back to throw. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready?
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the twist, watch the twist. There you go.
They'll try the left side. McFarland. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Double go. That's the way. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Tighten up.
Get it.
He'll look to throw, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The twop, and now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. About the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have step. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
10-2 stop.
Hey, check. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike, check, 59. Let's go, Tommy.
Go.
Off play action. Herbert. It's caught by OBJ. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Under 10.
Go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and this is now a 1-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready, 18 Gator.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
But I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
60 outlaw and alpha. Survive.
Now back to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Stay with your man.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed in quickly at the end. 2nd and 2. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set up to 18, Gator. Ready?
Going on the ground with Homer. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
6-6. Bullet high. Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. It's caught. Beckham. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. the gun. Herbert gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. Seibert's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards. First down, Falcons.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
218, chopper.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Homer. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie! Switch out!
They'll drop the throw. He's going to sling this deep down. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st down, Atlanta.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. McFarland, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. What a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Gould is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Ready up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get this. Check. Let's go.
Throwing again. Herbert. He finds his target, Beckham. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll run this with Homer. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Ready?
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D. Big series right.
General West.
Check 99. 2.
Off play action. Herbert. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, G.
They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Protein spill.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he completes it to Hunt. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, set. Recon, 132 fighter, 18 gator.
To throw on third down. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Break.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Snap.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Falcons, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave you, everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. Yeah. Ay, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change.